writing. Let's go with the El Chapo video.
El Chapo, considered as one of the most powerful drug traffickers in the world, has been arrested and rearrested not less than 3 times now because
I paused too early. I don't give a fuck. But this nigga El Chapo escaped prison so many times in Mexico, they had to call the U.S. government to help. That's showing how weak Mexico is. Ah, shit. My elbow locked. Fuck, chat. That show us how weak Mexico prison system is,
he seems trapped in a hellhole famously known as the Florence supermax. You might be wondering why this institution is able to trap someone like El Chapo. Well, that's what'll be discussed in this video. But before we get into
I'm gonna tell you guys something after this video.
Make sure you leave a like and also subscribe to this channel.
Right.
El Chapo, who is known for repeatedly escaping from Mexican prisons, once escaped Puente Grande prison in Jalisco, Mexico, by hiding in a laundry cart. He was recaptured in 2014, but while he was held in prison in Altiplano, he escaped again. He asked that a tunnel be built into his cell, a tunnel that was long and completed with ventilation and a...
Bro. They took, I think, 3 weeks or 3 days to build a fucking tunnel. Like 3 weeks or 3 days. These niggas built a fake house. These niggas built the tunnel to the prison that was like half a mile long. Brought a motorcycle, added support, added ventilate. Bro. That's kind of racist. That's kind of racist. I won't say it, bro.
Through that tunnel, El Chapo escaped in 2015 and was recaptured in 2016. And since then, he's been locked in the Florence supermax, tagged the Alcatraz of the Rockies. It was tagged Alcatraz of the Rockies after the prison in the San Francisco Bay that housed the famous Al Capone in the 1930s, and also held the notorious assassin Robert Franklin Stroud, known as Birdman of Alcatraz. Now let's talk about why we think El Chapo is trapped. You need to understand that there's a difference between supermax and regular prison. Supermax houses prisoners that are considered extremely dangerous to themselves and or other...
This nigga's in the Rockies. He's not ever coming out, chat. I'm not gonna lie.
Regular prisoners, while the regular prison houses prisoners that are basically dangerous to society. There are levels of incarceration. In the U.S., the ADX Florence dangerous to society. Let's see this. Prisoners, while the regular prison houses prisoners that are basically dangerous to society.
I'm probably not hearing this right.
You need to understand that there's a difference between supermax and regular prison. Supermax houses prisoners that are considered extremely dangerous to themselves and or other regular prisoners, while the regular prison houses prisoners that are basically dangerous to society.
So, they rather lock up niggas who are... I'm not understanding
Supermax
this.
houses prisoners that are considered extremely dangerous to themselves.
Is it the other way around? I feel like being a danger to society is more dangerous than being a danger to yourself, bro. If a nigga wanna off themselves, let them off themselves. I don't give a fuck if they're in prison. But a danger to society, I think that's supermax prisoners. Like if a nigga wanna off themselves, shit, fuck we gonna do about it? Stop them? Nigga, like what?
And or other regular prisoners.
In GTA.
Regular prison houses prisoners that are basically dangerous to society. There are levels of incarceration. In the U.S., the ADX Florence is considered the toughest prison in the country, just why it's become home to tough men like El Chapo. It's a home to not only kingpins, but also terrorists, serial killers, espionages, and so on. ADX Florence is built south of Florence, Colorado, and started housing inmates in 1994. The most secure prison in the United States prison system, commonly referred to as a supermax prison, is situated on 37 acres and currently housing over 400 of the country's most high-profile criminals. Nearly 95% of all inmates that have been sent to Florence were transfers with histories of violent behavior and other...
37 acres, 400 of the United States' most dangerous criminals.
Prison facilities. ADX Florence is no joke. It's known for its harsh conditions. crazy conditions as inmates are kept in solitary confinement for 23 hours a day. The only hour they're allowed outside is to exercise in a bigger cell with vaulted ceilings called the empty swimming pool. The pit is large enough for a prisoner to walk 10 steps in a straight line, or 31 steps in a circle. The room has a 4-inch by 4-foot skylight. As the only window, it's designed to prevent the prisoners from knowing where they are, and on top of that, they still spend this time alone. The prison houses inmates at different units, with each unit serving a different purpose. There's the H unit, range 13, 2 intermediate units, and general population units. The H unit houses inmates who are members of groups considered as terror groups by the Department of Justice, or also those who special administrative measures have been placed on them. Although typical cells are smaller, the cells in H unit are 75 square feet, slightly smaller than typical cells because there's no shower in it. Each unit inmate is followed to a shower in certain days of a week, and that routine can be interrupted. Another is range 13, which is a 4-cell wing within the special housing unit for prisoners who need the tightest control with the facility. Those kept in range 13 are hardened criminals like Thomas Silverstein, a convicted murderer and former Aryan Brotherhood leader, who is committed 4 additional murders while in prison. Silverstein is currently the inmate that holds the record of being the longest resident of solitary confinement in the United States prison system, having been in solitary since 1983. Silverstein is often credited.
That shit was good, huh? Nigga, fuck that hoe up, huh? I bet. I fucking bet. I forgot what the fuck I was gonna say. I really did. It was juicy? Why you had to say some gay shit like that? Why you had to say some gay shit like that? You see, this is why I can't trust New York niggas. I feel like every New York nigga I met has always been low-key gay. Y'all New York niggas gay. Yeah, you one of those. Like, damn. Fuck. Yeah. You know the rest. You know the rest. Anyways, like I was fucking saying. Nigga, I'll do it after this video. Like I was saying, how the fuck are you in solitary confinement since 1983? That's one dangerous ass nigga. Like one dangerous ass nigga. Oh no. Hey, chill out. Chill the fuck out, Breezy. Chill out with that.
Well, being one of the reasons the ADX supermax was designed due to his uncontrollable activities in other prisons. He must have displayed some crazy activities, judging by how tough ADX supermax is today. There are also 2 intermediate units that house inmates that are called step-down inmates. The inmates are those that can earn transfer to another institution if they try to behave well during their time incarcerated. In that unit, inmates secure themselves in their own cells. They have freedom to walk around in their range and are also allowed to associate with one another. There are general population units called Delta, Echo, Fox, and Golf units. Every day, during the 1-hour time that inmates have to come out of their solitary confinement, they're allowed to exercise in.
I still can't get. Oh, you know Bruce is your favorite streamer. Stop it. You're so flattering. I still can't get over the fact that these niggas are in solitary confinement for 23 hours of the day. They're in their cells for 23 hours of. What the fuck do you do for 23 hours of the day? I know you read, but what else? I don't think that's reforming the prisoners. These niggas are slaves. I know it's federal, but damn, that's slave work. I ain't gonna lie. That's really slave work. Y'all niggas are just fucked. I could never go to prison. That's just slave work right there. 23 hours, 1 hour sunlight. That's not reforming. That's just keeping these niggas in there.
The empty swimming pool and also make phone calls, only if they've earned the privilege to do so. Good behavior can also earn inmates more time outside, and as said earlier, a transfer out of that hell of a place. Though some inmates are allowed to interact with one another, for at least the first 3 years, inmates are not allowed to come into contact with other inmates at any time, anywhere on the premises. But as time goes on, while they're being watched closely, those who behave well are given the privilege of more outside time. These cells are designed as soundproof rooms, with each cell holding furniture that is limited to a desk, stool, and a bed, and each is constructed of poured concrete. That is done to restrict inmates totally, so they won't be able to harm themselves or others. You must have heard about cases of inmates clogging their toilets. Well, toilets in ADX are designed to shut off if clogged, and the showers run on scheduled timers. The sinks are without taps because they can be easily used to make a weapon to harm others, and even commit self-harm. As for the entertainment, there are lights, and sometimes radios, and in very rare instances, televisions. But these are used as privileges based on behavior and are seldom awarded. There's also no chance to eat together as there's no mess hall. Food is instead delivered to the inmates in their various cells by the guards. What they eat daily is also controlled more than what you know of a typical cell. This is done to make sure that they can't even hurt anyone with food. In some cells, chicken bones have been fashioned into weapons used to cause harm by some inmates in the past. So such foods won't be served in ADX Supermax.
Man.
Since the creation, there's been no report of any escapees. The prison has a multitude of motion detectors and cameras, 1,400 remote-controlled steel doors, and 12-foot high razor wire fences. As an added level of security, laser beams, pressure pads, and attack dogs guard the area surrounding the prison's outlying fences.
Laser beams and pressure pads. Bro. That's crazy. I ain't gonna lie. If a nigga smart enough and took the time, and used their 1 hour usefully, but if I was saying, bro, if a nigga used their 1 hour usefully, they probably would have escaped. If you really think it through, use your 1 hour usefully, seen every just get a sense of your surrounding, especially General Pop, you probably would have escaped. That's just me though. But there's probably more to it. They're probably giving some general information about the prison. There's probably more to it because people could escape. If people escape Alcatraz, people could escape this. Even though it's in the Rocky Mountains, people could escape one way or the other.
The cells have also electric lights that can only be turned on remotely, making a full-day surveillance easy. In case there are inmates planning to make wrong moves, the guards can easily trigger the panic button, which would automatically seal all doors in the institution. And besides, the guards are trained to shoot any threat on sight. Conditions in ADX Supermax are described as harsh, but clean and fair. Fair is the sense that saying the prisoners are treated unfairly would be difficult when you consider the circumstances which likely got them there. Former ADX warden, Robert Hood, has described the place as a cleaner version of hell. The Supermax holds most of the world's most dangerous men, including Joaquin Guzman, popularly known as El Chapo, as also the likes of Larry Hoover.
Free Larry. Free Larry. And free El Chapo. Free Larry and El Chapo.
The gangster disciples, who's currently serving 6 life sentences at the ADX for conspiracy, running a criminal enterprise, money laundering, and extortion. Also at ADX is John Kaczynski, known as the Unabomber, who mailed 16 homemade bombs, resulting in the death of 3 people before he was found in 1996, and charged with 3 counts of homicides and 10 other federal violations related to bombs.
I'm gonna give you my take on the Larry shit. I don't feel like Larry Hoover should be in a Supermax prison. Sure, he did money laundering, tax, he did all that shit. He was running a criminal enterprise. Just put him in a regular prison, solitary for 23 hours a day, like they're doing him right now, or even less, and no visitors, and he can't be out with General Pop. Easy. But free him. I ain't gonna lie. Free Larry, dog.
He ended up getting 8 lifetimes.
They need to free him.
Michael Swango, known as Dr. Death, is also present at the Florence Supermax, serving 3 consecutive life terms.
a person who is committed of conspiracy and running a criminal organization with a person named Dr. Death and Unabomber is crazy. Like, how, my nigga? You're dumb. You're dumb. You're dumb. Like, a, a gang leader, probably not even connected to the murders. You feel me? A gang leader probably not connected to the murders that the gang members did. In a prison with actual killers and murderers is crazy. Bro, they're all gonna die outside. I ain't gonna lie. Those little spiders are gonna die
As his
outside.
nickname suggests, he was a doctor who used his license to poison patients and his colleagues. It's believed that he murdered not less than 60 people. He's currently
60?
serving life plus 240 years for his
Life plus 240 years.
involvement. There are spies there as well, like
Think about this, chat. Life. Hold on. Life is damn near 15 years, right? Life is 15 years plus, technically, right? This nigga is... I forgot the fact. I think it was like 15 years times something. Nigga, I forgot. Like somebody said life was like 15 years plus. Bro, you on dick. No, it's not, nigga. No, it's not. How the fuck Larry Hoover is serving 6 life sentences? How the fuck is Larry Hoover serving 6 life sentences then? Dumbass.
Robert Hansen, a double agent that spied for Soviet and Russian intelligence against the United States from 1979 to 2001, is currently serving 15 consecutive life sentences without parole. There's another spy who's supposed to be transferred to the Florence supermax. Julian Assange, after he was captured in 2020, a British magistrate refused to extradite him to the US because most likely he would be subjected to solitary confinement at the Florence supermax. There was a rumor going about that Assange was in a bad mental state as at that time, so activists rallied against him being extradited to the US because of ADX Supermax's reputation.
Even other countries know that our prison system sucks. Oh my god,
they
that's
feared
crazy.
it would only worsen the case, as much as there are crazy security measures in the facility. A lot has happened and could still happen in the Supermax, but the only thing that hasn't happened is anyone escaping from there, which is why even El Chapo is trapped in there, not having any means to get out of prison this time. It's a crazy place to be, if not the craziest, but according to defenders of the Supermax prison, criminals housed inside have previously shown no regard for human life on different occasions, with many having continuously committed murders in other prisons around the country in addition to their initial heinous crimes.
Damn.
According to history, adding another life sentence to a prisoner who already has one hasn't proved effective. There was a need for something harsher to restore order and deter prisoners from killing prison guards, hence the reason for ADX Florence, which looks like the perfect threat the United States uses against violence among inmates. However, with the way prison operates under the strategy of sensory deprivation and solitude, there is no one to talk, so the inmates are left to their own thoughts, which often leads to hallucinations, memory loss, and increasingly irritable behavior. More like a serious mental problem. Well, what do you think about the Florence Supermax housing El Chapo? Let me know in the comments.